Hawks21 here, back with another Splinterlands video. So I promised you guys more gameplay content as I sort of tested and used some of these cards. So I'm going to deliver more gameplay content. In this one, I want to focus on one main card. So in the last one I talked about Earth and sort of the high mana Earth strategies that can be played now with some of the new cards. But for this one, I think I've found what I would consider to be, in the early stages, I haven't tested all of them. Like, I want to try the neutral taunt monster, the Coriel Lurker. But to date, I think I have found my favorite Riftwatchers card. And that is right here, the Runic Skyclaw. I'm going to show you 3 battles featuring her. They're all a little different, and she is super, super powerful. I'll just say that before we get started. Before I do hit play though, I am Hawks21. I cover Splinterlands here for the channel. And if you're new to the YouTube community, it would be awesome if you could take a second to like and subscribe. We are getting closer to the 1,500 subscriber mark, which is when I'm going to do my next big giveaway. For the last one, I gave away tons of DEC. I gave away summoners. I did a lot. I gave away legendaries. So if you're going to want to be here before 1,500 if you're not yet subscribed. Okay, let's get into it. So in battle 1, I actually don't know how many of these. I always have to give like a kitty disclaimer, because if I don't, the entire comment section is going to be like, oh, you used kitty, you used kitty. No one has kitty. Yeah, I know, kitty helps for sure, but I want you to focus on what can be done with these cards and not the summoner I'm playing. So hopefully I don't use kitty in every single one, but I probably do, because if I have dragon and I was trying to push into champion, I'm going to use kitty. I need to win these so I can get into champion. Now that my kitty disclaimer is over, this is going to be simply just a high-powered snipe squad. So a real frustrating lineup for me to go against is, and for a lot of people, and it's easy to tell because I'm also playing that lineup right now, is some sort of big resilient tank followed by the Carnage Titan. If you don't bring a ton of magic and, their tank, specifically, I wasn't like expecting the Alver or anything, but if I was to bring magic, it's obviously pretty difficult to get through the Alver, and they're bringing a repair. So, they're just going to keep healing or repairing the void armor too, so the magic wouldn't even do that well. But getting through, big beefy tank plus Carnage Titan, when normally you get all of these supports back here, right? Like a slow, you get a repair. They didn't bring as many supports as some people do, but a lot of times you get a heal. They brought a resurrect. So the whole time you're spending trying to get through here, and your entire team gets wiped out in the meantime. Carnage Titan just does too much damage. It's a great strategy, and I know that, which is why I also play it. But I saw that they spam the Carnage Titan just as much as, anyone would and should. That I said, you know what? What if I designed a team, hoping they don't bring a taunt, where, and typically with no heals, you don't see a lot of taunts because part of the taunt strategy is healing it and keeping it alive. So I was pretty sure they weren't going to bring a taunt, but that still would have been a risk. I said, what if we can go around the tank and the Carnage Titan? I don't want to fire at these guys. What if we can take out all of their support and all of their backline damage dealers, have these guys in the front sort of hold it down, and then we can all focus on, the front 2 guys without having to worry about any of their backline monsters. So that's when I decided to try to run this big snipe play. So we have the Sea Stalker, which is a water Riftwatchers card, which has the 5 damage. It has the Cleanse, which is awesome, has the Amplify. We don't use the Amplify in this one. And with the Snipe. And then the focus of this video, the Runic Skyclaw. Who you don't really get to see the abilities at play here, I don't think. It might hit the Carnage Titan once to get the giant killer, but you'll see her abilities featured more later on. This is just from a damage standpoint. And you'll see how well this works, right? We skip these two, and we're able to take out almost all of their back line. You know, eventually all of it, but pretty quickly almost all of it. Here we go. You know, the front I wouldn't even really focus on, right? They're just going to be battling. You know, so we almost wipe out the Time Mage on the first turn. You know, we get some misses, which is good, but that's part of the reason why I bring the Demon Shark. You know, and I brought the Chaos Dragon for the same reason, right? Hopefully it would fire in the back. So we're able to have them use their Resurrect on the Time Mage within the first, like, 3 attacks that we have. And then we wipe out the Time Mage. So we get some armor back. You know, and they're sort of fighting. I mean, we have the lead up in the front. We have a very powerful team, but we're just able to wipe out their backline monsters. Well, you know, this whole struggle is happening up front. You know, I had never really run Snipe lineups like purposefully. I just didn't have, you know, big Snipe type monsters, but it's a very, very viable strategy. And it's one I'm going to start implementing now that I have these 2 new cards. Okay, now we're going to get more into the specific abilities of the Runic Skyclaw. And I must say, the Skyclaw, if you have Dragon and there's a Blast rule set, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you have to play this Skyclaw. Have to. So it has the Reflection Shield. So as you're going to see, normally, right, Reflection Shield monsters that you think of are the Venator Kinjo, where you're not getting a lot of damage, right? So normally, I would do a similar thing where I would put the Venator Kinjo here and would have to find damage from other areas. But now, my Reflection Shield monster, watch how much damage she's able to do. And it's partly because of the Snipe, right? So they do have a tank, a taunt. Actually, does she hit the taunt? You might see also the giant killer here at play here because the Lurker's 11. But in general, right, you're going to see some Snipes. Hit for 5. I don't think they have any headwinds. They don't. Hit for 5. And then you're going to see 3 blasts to the right, 3 blasts to the left. That is 11 damage per shot from Skyclaw. All the while, you put your tank in the back, and they happen to go basically all archery, so the return fire is going to be amazing. But all of that blast damage, Runic Skyclaw ignores because of the Reflection Shield. So you get it from both sides. It is extremely defensive to line up next to a taunt in the blast rule set. And it also has the chance to deal out 11 damage per turn. Let's slow this down and then hit play. And you can see it for yourselves. So they brought a really fast lineup. They brought 3 swiftness. You can see 0 blast damage. And the archery just gets sent right back by the shield there. Yep, just eating all that blast damage and then boom, 10. So you did get to see it. 10 damage to their main tank. They almost get through the Jared Scar right away, but the 1 health, it wouldn't have mattered, but obviously. Now you're going to get to see the Snipe here. Not right away. There's going to be 1 more, but you'll see the Snipe. It's going to take out 3 cards here because of the Snipe. 1, 2, actually hit Giant Killer there too. 3. So just does an obscene amount of damage. I love this card. Love, love, love. It is by far my favorite Riftwatchers card that I have right now. So last one, this one's just fun. This one, you know, it's kind of similar to the Earth strategy that I've run that I showed in the last video, I should say. You're seeing some of the similar monsters, right? 1, 2, 3. It's a little different because there's no shield. So, I decided to go defensive up front and, save all my damage dealers for the back. But as you can see right now, if you take a look, giant, giant, 2 giants with taunt, giant killer. Look how much damage the Skyclaw is going to do. It's almost comical. Right now we're going against Darkest Night, who I have to be honest, in the past, probably since Riftwatchers came out, I've probably played him 5 times, maybe 6 times. I think if we've played 6 times, he's won 4 and I've won 2 of them. This card right here, the Lurker, has given me so much trouble playing Darkest Night. There was one match, I think I missed him upwards of 40 times. Darkest Night's also a really cool dude. He is on Aftersound's live streams a ton. I don't know if there's like a set schedule when he comes on or if he just comes on when he does. And I also don't know if he does anything outside of those Aftersound live streams. But love Aftersound, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't more likely to watch when he's also paired up with Darkest Night, because I love Darkest Night's takes. Great guy. Again, don't know how you can connect with him, but if you can, I would highly suggest it. So yeah, I can't lie, he's got the best of me more often than I've gotten the best with him, but it's my content, so I get to show one of the few videos in which I've beaten him. This one's a quick one because, again, it's almost comical, the amount of damage this Skyclaw does. Just like right away. So 10 right off the bat, and then we wipe out, before the monsters have even woken up. And then we don't need all of this damage. Oh, actually they healed it back up to 8. Sorry, I forgot they healed it, but now you'll see another 10. So just doled out what could have been 20 damage in 2 turns. Then I think it actually gets one more shot in on the dragon here, which is another giant, and you see another 10 pop up. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, well, maybe we do. Yeah, another 10. So I had the potential to hit 3 giants and had the potential to do 30 damage. So yeah, it is the most expensive rare, for, at least it is at the time I'm making this video, for the Riftwatcher set. And I think it's for very good reason. If you run Dragon, if you run High Mana Dragon, this is a must-have card. I've absolutely loved playing with it. I have other battles too, but I just didn't want to make a super long video. And I thought those 3 sort of showed 3 different ways it can be used. And then the last one was just fun. But yeah, Runic Skyclaw, highly suggest it. One of my early favorites. I'm going to stop it there. Again, more gameplay type video coming now that we have sort of new strategies and stuff to talk about. For a while, sort of, there wasn't much to talk about because I was running the same lineups over and over and over again that I've showed you before. But now, between these new Riftwatchers cards, and then I do have Yasek now. I still haven't used them a ton, but I'm going to build up my database of Yasek battles, and I'll have something for you guys shortly on that. All right, I'm going to stop it there. Hope you guys are enjoying the new cards. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.